Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise, get you informed fast. And today, wow, we've got a headline that could fundamentally change how we think about, well, life itself. Aging. We're looking at a news piece actually published just today, July 24th, 2025. And it suggests aging might, become optional, almost. So our mission today, unpack this potentially huge scientific development, see what it means for you. Okay, so the core claim here, it's pretty staggering. A new drug called anti-necrotic, and the potential, not just slowing aging, maybe even reversing it. And the key seems to be preventing uncontrolled cell death. That's the really interesting part.
It really is. And, the buzz in the scientific community around this is significant. What's fascinating is the focus, the direct approach. They're not just looking at symptoms of aging. They're going right for what they think is a root mechanism at the cellular level, trying to, fundamentally change how we age, health-wise.
So this drug, anti-necrotic, let's get into the specifics. The article mentions a huge step, human trials, planned to start by the end of this year, 2025.
That's right.
Which feels incredibly fast. This isn't just theory anymore.
No, it's moving towards actual application, a big leap.
And who's behind this?
Yeah, the driving force is Dr. Karina Kern. She was a geneticist at University College London, now CEO of a biotech firm.
Okay, so she has the credential.
Definitely. Which leads to the question, right, what's the scientific idea she's building all this on?
And that brings us to her theory. It's called the aging's plan theory. Catchy name.
It is.
So the idea is aging isn't just stuff breaking down over time.
Sort of. The theory suggests it's more specific, like an errant cellular program.
A program.
Yeah, triggered by messed up signals inside the cell. And the key player here is a type of cell death called necrosis.
So it's like our cells get the wrong instructions. Something actively goes wrong. It's not just passive decay.
That's the core of it. And this theory is, it's pretty crucial because it changes the whole perspective. It suggests aging isn't just accumulated damage, wear and tear. It implies a more, maybe orchestrated is the word, but definitely flawed process at the cellular level.
And if it's a process,
then maybe we can intervene. We can fix the process,
right,
which is exactly what Dr. Kern is trying to do.
Okay, so let's talk about necrosis then.
Yeah.
This uncontrolled cell death.
Right. It's different from apoptosis, which is the body's normal, tidy way of getting rid of old cells.
Apoptosis is like the scheduled demolition. Neat.
Exactly. Necrosis. That's more like a bomb going off. The cell swells, it bursts, and it spews all its contents out.
Messy. And inflammatory, I bet.
Highly inflammatory. It spills all the stuff into the surrounding tissue, causing a lot of collateral damage. And the source article details these consequences pretty clearly. Chronic inflammation, yes, but also genetic imbalances, potentially even helping tumors form.
Wow. So it's not just localized damage.
Not at all. It has widespread effects, and it's linked to some really serious conditions beyond just typical aging. Think Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, certain cancers, kidney disease, the list goes on.
So stopping necrosis, that could have massive implications for overall health, not just lifespan.
That's the hope. That's the potential transformative effect. You target this one destructive process, and you might alleviate or prevent a whole host of issues. It's about stopping that cascade of damage.
Okay, let's get into the mechanics. How does the drug anti-necrotic actually step in?
According to Dr. Kern's research, the trigger for this whole necrotic mess is a disruption in calcium levels inside the cell.
Calcium. Okay, I know calcium's important, but how does it work here?
Well, normally, cells maintain this incredibly steep gradient. The calcium concentration inside the cell is kept like 10,000 to 100,000 times lower than outside the cell.
That's a huge difference, a very precise balance.
Extremely precise,
Yeah.
and vital for the cell to function properly.
So what goes wrong?
With aging, or maybe certain environmental stresses, that delicate balance gets thrown off. The mechanisms that keep calcium low inside the cell start to fail. Calcium floods in or isn't pumped out properly. And that rise in intracellular calcium is the direct trigger, according to the theory, for necrosis. It kicks off this cell destruction sequence.
Ah, I see. So the drug, it fixes the calcium balance.
That's the mechanism described. Anti-necrotic works by helping restore that critical low level of calcium inside the cell.
And by doing that?
By restoring the balance, it protects the cell from hitting that necrosis trigger point. It prevents the self-destruction cascade.
So you're supporting the cell's normal function, stopping it from dying badly, essentially.
Exactly. And The bigger picture implication is, if you can do that consistently, you can slow down the damage accumulation we associate with aging, maybe even in some cases reverse some existing damage by allowing healthier cell populations to persist and regenerate.
So stepping back, what does this mean for you, listening? We've covered this incredible potential of anti-necrotic, not just slowing aging down, maybe stopping it, maybe reversing it, by targeting this very specific type of cell death.
Necrosis.
And those human trials starting soon. That's the really tangible next step. It could genuinely reshape things.
It really could. And, digging into these fundamental mechanisms of how cells age or fail, it opens up some profound territory. If we actually get a handle on controlling these processes, what follows? You start running into some big questions. Ethical ones, societal ones.
Like what?
Well, what does a healthy lifespan even mean if we can significantly extend it or improve its quality so drastically? Does our definition of human identity shift?
That's deep. If the biological limits we've always known start to dissolve.
Exactly. Understanding life at this level, it really pushes the boundaries of everything we thought was possible. It's something really provocative to think about.
Absolutely. A lot to ponder there. The journey, as always, is just beginning. We hope this deep dive gave you some serious food for thought, maybe spark some curiosity to look into this further. Keep questioning, keep exploring. That's what we're all about here.